During the pre-recorded podcast, I speculated that my foot may be fractured, and it turns out it is.
Oh, stop it! Oh my god!
I'm wearing that giant boot,
It's armor.
so I can like
you
pound
fractured
shit
it by
down.
missing a step?
I missed a
Scared
step.
he's gonna break
no.
the table.
Oh yeah,
Not
it might
Oh.
break the table. Yeah, that's totally possible.
I thought you were concerned about his foot.
Nah,
No,
I'm
absolutely
gonna
not.
do
I was texting and walking downstairs, and I missed the last step. I thought it was ground, and it was a step.
Who are you
And
texting? Because
My
I'm
wife.
assuming the stairs. What?
My wife.
His wife.
Right. So what stairs were you on?
I was outside of a barbershop.
Okay.
I
You're
just
just
got a
like
haircut.
hair's cut,
Yeah.
feeling good,
'Cause
on
when
my
you
way
say
home, baby.
stairs, I would
Hashtag winky
assume
face.
you're in your
Be
house,
naked.
and if you're in your house, you're not texting anybody. 'cause
No,
you
no,
only
no, no.
text your
I
wife.
was out and about.
What percentage of your texts do you think go to your wife?
99.999.
Really?
Yeah.
Easily.
All of them.
That's yeah.
I don't text anyone.
You
Don't,
text me?
don't
You
talk
text me?
to don't talk to me.
You've made me so gun shy about being a bad texter because you call me a bad texter.
You're a bad texter.
I worry about it constantly now.
You're a bad texter.
How's he a bad texter?
And I know your tricks because you told him. He'll receive a text, but he'll only preview it so it doesn't mark red.
Yeah.
That's what Gavin does.
No,
not
you do it.
me.
I know you do it.
Why don't you just
I
turn off
don't.
red receipt?
I keep him on as a polite courtesy.
But then
to my
you
friends.
fuck us.
I don't
So
fuck
we can
anybody.
see that you're ignoring us. Instead
I'm
of
not
just...
going to look at my.
I'm
my,
gonna look
my
at it
message
too. I'm
history.
exact- you
I'm gonna
and
try
I-
to beat Gus to my message history
How
and
many?
see.
How many unread messages do you have right now?
Fuff. I don't know.
That was kind of like 5.
I have 11. I have 11 unread texts. Let me see.
We
here.
are actually pretty good. We've been back and forth quite a bit lately, and we're being good about
That
it.
just means you read them and don't actually read them.
I got one from Brandon that's from Saturday. I haven't read that. Let's see what it has to say. All right, how are you feeling about that? Do you want to do that project? Yes, I do, Brandon.
There you
I'll
go,
say,
Brandon.
watch this. Sure, man.
Sounds
Wow.
cool.
He's gonna be so happy.
He's gonna be thinking, "Wow, Bernie's a great texter."
But yeah, so
I periscoped at the Monday meeting today, by the way, just to see how many people in the office follow me on Periscope. Because I just started it, and it's like, listen, everybody's phones go
Just like over and over again.
all over the place. Yeah.
who doesn't disable notifications immediately? I disable all of my
I
notifications.
actually want the Periscope notification to be on because it's
point.
nice.
You gotta
Yeah,
catch
it's a
the
live
facts,
thing.
man.
The only notification I have on is text messaging. I think every other
Right.
notification on my
No
phone. is off.
voicemail?
Huh? Voicemail? No, fuck no. Why would I do that?
If you
It's
get a
awful.
voicemail, if it's important.
An important voicemail?
Yeah.
If you call my
Never
voice,
happened.
if you call my voicemail now, it says, "Hi, you reached Bernie Burns." Actually, you haven't reached Bernie Burns. You reached my voicemail. Why didn't you text me? This is 2015. What's wrong with you?
Wow,
That's
you're
all
so
it says.
clever.
It's all what it says, and people are. I've got to change it back because people are so mad. Like when they leave a message, like, I guess I'm not supposed to leave a message.
And they still leave a message?
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Let me.
Once you've listened to the voicemail part, you're in it.
Yeah,
think.
you're done.
You
You're
can't-
Well,
You
the only
can't
voicemails I
do
get are from telemarketers when like it's just carried over, and that's all I
You,
get.
well,
Like,
I love when I see a number I don't recognize on my phone. I'm like, all right, this is probably a telemarketer. I pick it up. It's like, hello? There's like, click, silence. Hello? And then it connects their call. And they're like, yes, can I speak with Gustavia? Sarah?
Gustavia? That sounds like cereal.
I'm like, all right, hang up. Like, I know you do not know who the fuck you're talking to. It's like they go through their spiel and they see my name and they're like, fuck.
You know what you should do when
How
they're
did
doing
they
that?
mispronounce your name?
I can see when you see Gustavo on there. You go Gustavo.
yeah, mine are
Gustavo?
fucked. Nobody says
Gustavo?
my name correctly.
What? Because your first name.
My true name.
Your true name.
Yeah,
Oh.
'cause like,
My true name. My sky
form.
name.
Don't say it, otherwise you capture him.
yeah,
My spirit name.
yeah. Like every time it's like they get to it and they're like, Kyrian. This is like, all right, I don't care about this message.
Yeah.
like at all.
Like, you have nothing valuable to say
No.
to me. Yeah.
You know what you should do? You should just like right before you hang up, just say simply, "How dare you?" That's it. Just how dare you? Ruin that person's day.
Oh, it's fine.
I lost power for 27 hours starting that night.
Oh, that's right.
I had no power all day
You should
Sunday.
have come
So it was
downtown.
like
We had power.
starting 9:30 on Saturday until 12:30 in the morning on Monday. It was like no
He just
power.
brings a little TV and like his PS4. He's like,
Plugs it into
you
the
guys
bar.
keep doing your thing.
It was
we had beer and food.
fucking awful. And then we did that thing where it's like, we don't think the power's going to be out that long. So it's like, well, don't open the fridge. Don't open the fridge. We'll be able to save all the food.
Yeah.
And then like after a while, you're like, no, it's all gone. And we should have just fucking eaten it.
You should eat the
Did
food.
you not eat it?
No, because we thought the power wouldn't be out for 27 fucking hours. We live in America. Power was out for
Did
27
you think that maybe
hours.
that you were giving up on society at some point?
I'd given up. I regressed to a caveman.
Did you?
I built a fire in my
Was
living
this
room.
pre or post?
It's called a fireplace.
Like, were you able to use that to club?
I don't have a fireplace.
Oh, okay.
My favorite part of that story is how you said that at one point you and Esther just weren't. You were just sitting there staring at nothing, not talking to each other because you had nothing to talk about.
Yeah, it's like after hour 15 or something. Like, what do you do? What do you do? Just like,
Read a book.
that tree's moving. Wow.
Get in the car and go somewhere.
No.
Anywhere.
No. We just sat there. Because we're also like, recluses and introverts.
Yeah.
So we just
Well, she
sat
was screaming
there.
on Twitter, "Gus, let us leave the house," and you're like, "We're not going anywhere."
We have to be there in case the power came back.
Society was already falling. You don't want to go outside at that point. Like, you need to be inside.
And you also were. How did you charge your phones? Because you guys are tweeting nonstop.
We would go occasionally out to like a coffee shop or a restaurant and like charge our laptop and our phone so that we had power in them, and then we could use our laptop as batteries, basically.
I've always been, even when I was doing the Game Time series, and I talked to people about how they got their job at the company, I was always so reluctant to talk to Kerry, because the way Kerry essentially got introduced to Rooster Teeth was,
Oh, God.
he was going. I know
Oh.
he was going to high school
It was him.
in San Antonio,
Not me.
and I was
Not
working
me.
a booth. I was at PAX Prime. I was working a booth selling T-shirts and signing stuff, and this kid who said he was like 16,
Yeah.
but you looked like you were 12. He came up to the booth. He's like, "Hey, I came from San Antonio." I go, "Why'd you come meet me in Seattle if you're from San Antonio, which is like 45 minutes south of here, so it's south of
I thought
Austin?"
you guys would turn me away.
And he had a mentorship at his high school.
Could you imagine?
And he comes up and he says, the sweet kid, he goes, "Hey, I have a mentorship at my high school, and I have to select somebody I'd like to be my mentor to help me like learn about business and stuff like that.
Industry, yeah.
Yeah, industry and all that." He goes, "And I'd like for you to do it." And I went, "Nope." He goes, "Oh, okay. Okay." Then he left, and he came back the next day, and he goes, "So I thought I'd talk to you about the mentorship thing again." And I was like, "This just sounds like I really don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time for it. I just can't do it." He goes, "Okay." And he came back a third time, and he was like, "I just want to check one more time. We'll do the mentorship thing." I said, "Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll do the mentorship. I'm not gonna drive to San Antonio. I'm not gonna write any reports. If there's any like interview stuff, you're just gonna make up all my answers about how cool you are, and that's it. And I'll talk. What I say, I'll talk to you on the phone."
No, it was like I offered up like, "Hey, I have my phone number. I have Xbox Live. I can talk to you while you're playing a game." You're like, "Here's my AIM. I will talk to you over AIM. That's it." I was like, "I'll take it. I'm done. We're good."
And then so we did that for like I think like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And then Kerry, Kerry came up to Austin, and he worked on Reconstruction.
No, I worked on I worked on a short. Like I just showed up and did the Chain of Thought short.
Yeah.
I just worked on that, and then
In the Congress office.
Yeah.
Where we had the blue mural on the wall.
and I was helping Joel with some commercials too. And then when I started, it was season 8
Yeah.
was when I started. And, like you guys were just starting it when I came.
I guess
aboard.
Brandon would have been around like Reconstruction.
Yeah, I think that's when he came in.
Yeah. Would have been that time. And so Kerry's now been with us for 5 years as of today.
So, Kerry,
Hello.
you were his mentee
Yes.
for 4 or 5
Protege.
months.
Protege is the word.
You were his protege for 4 to 5 months.
Mentee sounds like
What did you
Mentos.
learn in those 4 to 5 months?
I learned that when someone says that they're busy, they are actually busy, and that you need to leave them alone sometimes.
Was not a smokescreen.
Yeah,
But you got your job.
I did, so it worked out.
So the moral of the story is, if Burnie tells you no at a convention,
Nope.
come back every day.
No, those days are gone. Yeah. Those days are gone. That's like the like the monks, the monastery where you learn about martial arts. You have to go back 3 times and wait outside.
I was thinking Fight Club, like where you make some wait
I
on
think
the
that's where
floor.
he got it from in Fight Club. I think I might be mixing up Fight Club and a Tibetan monastery.
The most shocking thing about that story, though, is that you actually came back each day. Because I feel like you're a pretty timid person.
Yeah, I know I am. Yeah,
And the fact that you actually had the balls to go up to Burnie every single day.
it was.
And be like, so,
My parents were very big on like the worst he's gonna say is no, just go. I'm like, why not?
The worst you could
times.
do is say no 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. They'll never say no 3 times.
There's 3 days to the con.
Yeah.
That opportunity. Might
Yeah.
not remember.
Yeah, that was like the sole reason I went to. Like, I'd never been to PAX before. My brother was like, "Hey, do you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't have ulterior motives."
It's a good thing you did.
Yeah,
All the way up
Imagine
there.
How different your life could be.
I know. You mean terrible? You mean worse?
There's a guy we know, a guy we used to work for, who's kind of an old school Texas guy, and his brother-in-law
look at laptops.
had a laptop, and he said, "My thing, the little mouse pointer in the middle of the keyboard doesn't work." He goes, "What is that thing called?" And the guy we know goes, "Oh, that's called the clitoris." So he brings it into the fucking laptop repair shop. He
Oh,
goes,
God.
"My clitoris is busted."
Oh, God.
It's
like a
So
fucking
this
trainer.
guy didn't actually know what a clitoris was.
No, they were pretty old school guys. They probably had no fucking clue.
Wow.
Oh, God.
That's impressive.
He's like, I finally found it. It's right there. It's broken.
But there's stuff. There's
Just wiggle
stuff.
it.
between J and K. Or whatever the
But
fuck
there's
it is.
also stuff on the human body that's named after real things, like, there's a shaft in a car, but you would never associate that as like. I mean, sometimes you apply words to things.
I can't think of any other example.
There's a shaft like the character.
What?
I guess like lip and then lip of a shoe or tongue.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
there's-
can't think of anything else.
Well, it's just different stuff that applies to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
true.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, I went.
cock.
Sorry.
Sorry, I have a message on my nipple. 1 second.
Like you say, like, what's that animal called? Oh, it's a cock. You'd be like, oh, Somebody fell for that. I'd be stupid. It's like what's that bird walking around? That's huge throbbing boner. Okay. It's like then they go in the vet. Hey, I got a problem with my huge throbbing boner.
Why didn't they name an animal?
It crows all morning long.
Oh.
It wakes me up.
It just spit something out. I don't know.
The more you play with it, the more it blossoms. It's just kind of like, opens up.
There's actually a link to a Time magazine article from a year ago or 2 years ago where one of the Time editors got a call and had everybody in the office call, and they recorded the calls with him. And it's like a guy saying, "Are you a computer?" She goes, "There's a real person here." He goes, "I understand what you're saying. I need you to say," I think they're saying robot, where I was saying computer. "I need you to say you're not a robot. I'm not a robot. Can you say that?" She goes, "I just would, if it's okay, I'd like to talk to you about your insurance." He's like, "Okay, ask me a question about my insurance and I'll ask you a question." They go back and forth for a little while like that. But she won't say she's not a robot. And she's like laughing at his jokes and all this stuff. It's like, it's really strange. And that
Could
was
just be someone trolling.
That was a year or two ago. Exactly right.
Shouldn't that
It
be
could
like the fourth law of robotics? Like, you have to tell if you're a robot. You know,
Right.
like, you have to admit it.
Yeah,
Is that in Bicentennial Man? Is that one of the
Or maybe
laws?
this is like an advanced distributed Turing test. Like this is the way they're testing.
Who?
Anyone, whoever's developing the artificial
The
intelligence.
robots.
Yeah,
Like
whatever.
it's not
Yeah,
this-
exactly.
They don't want to talk to you about their insurance. It's just a Turing test.
Would you like
That's
robot
That's
insurance?
interesting. And like you get people in emotional situations where some people get really mad at telemarketers. Some people are very nice or whatever. Yeah, but I was sitting around this weekend. I was thinking, and I was actually talking with JD because he's in robotics. He said a thing that I would not have understood like 10 years ago. He won a robotics competition, and the prize for the robotics competition, they gave him a 3D printed trophy. And I'm like, none of that would have made any fucking sense 10 years ago.
Trophy.
Yeah, that a seventh grader, a seventh grader was in a robotics contest and won a 3D printed trophy. But we were talking about stuff. We were talking about the telemarketer thing at one point. That we came back to it, and then I was sitting there thinking, and I thought, I'm now at the point, I think, in my life where I'm actually getting to be careful about what I say about machines and what I say about technology, because everything we do is recorded now. And it's like in 30 or 40 years or 50 years, it's entirely possible
That one of those filthy, dirty ass machines is going to come back and listen to what you said.
that it's like that machines could be on some kind of par with people, and to hear what people said about machines, it's like, that fucking phone was giving me shit, so I chunked it in the river or something like that.
Not if I got anything to do
You
about
killed
it.
my brother.
Yeah.
Humans first.
You're in line at Shake Shack, and they're
Yeah,
like,
you must
no, you're not going to do that.
I know that's an out there thought, but I legitimately thought about that I should start being careful about the way that I talk about machines.
I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to be a humanist.
Are you? You might. Honestly,
Absolutely.
guys, you're
Humans
saying
first.
this.
Scoot
Fuck
over.
machines.
What? Out of everybody at this company, I would think that you would go machines
funny.
first over
It's
humans.
funny.
I know you're saying this as a joke, and it seems like a joke now, but I'm being very serious. That, a few decades from now, you might actually regret saying that.
Well, don't worry, because machines won't be able to tell humor initially, right? So regardless, even if I'm telling a joke, I'm fucked either way.
Was that
'Cause,
sarcasm?
Because machines are fucking stupid.
And I'm not.
And they smell bad. And
Sarcasm.
they always break.
Wink.
I'm not even saying like they're gonna kill you with like the apocalypse and the machines taking over and all that stuff. I'm just saying if like they become on par and like
They're going to up your APR.
yeah. Like your kids, you're not gonna have kids. My kids,
I just keep winning.
Your
they would
dog's
like have the
dogs.
clip of you and going, listen to the way they talked about machines back then. It's so rude. The way they would talk about them.
Humans are so much better.
Oh, you're
We're so smart. We're so good.
God,
we made
never-
machines. Machines wouldn't exist
so
if it wasn't
full
for
of
us. They owe us. They need to work for us forever for free.
I feel like you're gonna you're saying all this, and now you're gonna go invest in magnets and like EMP technology.
Magnets, bitch.
Sit back.
Watching Breaking Bad again.
I feel like leaning away.
Getting away from the technology.
How do we tell Bernie he's crazy?
It's not crazy.
No,
I'm telling you.
I agree. I think it's good. That's why I'm gonna stake the polar opposite.
How do we
there.
tell Bernie and Gus that they're crazy?
What we do is we get Microsoft Sam to type out a message to them that's like, "It's okay, Bernie. I will always love you."
Forever and ever.
Okay, let me ask you this question. If the machines become sentient, what's more likely? They're going to make autonomous murder robots, or that they're all going to get Tumblr accounts first? And they'll be like, oh my God, I can look at this, what they said about machines. I mean, that is way
Trigger
more
warning.
likely.
Yeah.
Make sure to tag your posts.
not to just make fun of Tumblr. We can make fun of other things too.
Social media.
Yeah, like if robots get on Xbox Live, like
They all get Twitter
get
accounts.
out of here, girl computers.
They just take pictures of motor oil. They're food.
All right, you got me. That's good. That's good.
Seriously, if you're watching this from the future machines, I'm really joking around. I have a lot of future respect for you guys. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing great.
A lot of past
Butter
respect.
them up.
What's that?
A lot of past respect. We're in the past. You're talking to the future.
At this point in my relative point, they understand. I'm talking machine language. They get me.
Yeah.
No, that's so stupid. You got to explain it for them.
They'll understand
If you
all,
don't
it's okay.
explicitly tell them what to do,
One
they
one
break.
one one
They don't
one zero
understand.
zero 1 0.
Whoa, shut your mouth.
Let me read this other thing. I want to remind everyone this.